Bloody hell, it's a late one today, ain't it, kids? Hey guys, George Alexander here, and today we are watching House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 9. Sorry that this one is a little bit late today. I was working today in the office, so usually I would get up early before work when I'm working from home and record it. But I wasn't getting up at 4 o'clock to record this. So you're getting a bit later. Not that anyone's bothered. But anyway, last episode was so good. Like just chef's kiss, like 10 out of 10, like perfection. I mean, that throne room scene was just it was a masterpiece. I loved every moment of it. And of course, we had our final goodbye to Viserys, who left some endearing parting words to his wife, thinking it was Rhaenyra, and now everyone's confused about who Aegon is and which Aegon he's referring to. I wasn't confused, but obviously, I saw a lot of people actually, a lot of reactors who didn't understand. I found it quite odd. I thought it was a bit obvious, but anyway, I'm looking forward to this episode. There's only 2 episodes left now, and it's really going to be hotting up. And I think this episode, no, maybe it's the next one that's going to have Storm's ending. I'm really excited. But either way, I'm looking forward to this thing. It's called the Green Council. So, I have to say, I think it's quite interesting what they've done with the Greens, particularly with Alicent, because in the books, you tend to think that she is kind of just. Well, they added the whole relationship with Rhaenyra, which wasn't really a major part of the books, although we knew of anyway. So you kind of got to see a bit more of her personally there. And then throughout this series, you've kind of seen her, open up, or you've seen more human side to her, whereas in the book, I always felt that she was quite cold and, very Cersei-like. And then even up into the last episode, where she was really wanting to work things out with Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra said she'll return on dragon back, which she will, darling, but not in the way you want. And I think it's kind of interesting that in this, well, obviously this is what actually happened. George R. R. Martin said this is what actually happened because, of course, in the book it's what may have happened. I think it's interesting that the reason that Alicent decides to push for Aegon is because of a misunderstanding rather than the fact that she just wanted to push her son, which was what it came across as anyway in the books. Anyway, I've talked enough. I'm really excited to get into this because I've actually really been enjoying these last. I mean, I've enjoyed the whole series, but the last from few episodes, every episode has been getting better and better and better. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this episode and what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Very somber day. Oh, maybe he's the first one to find him. He must have been the king's squire, maybe?
You're sure?
Oh, it's her.
Your Grace.
See how her hair looks black there? She dyed it.
He told me you wish for Aegon to be king.
Oh, no, he didn't, girl.
His last words to me, and I was the only one to hear it.
Girl, he actually said, Aegon,
And now he's dead.
blah, 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 blah. You're the one, you must do it. You're not Aegon, babe, so... Talia's lighting those candles because Lady Massari is like...
There are 2 among the captains of the City Watch that remain loyal to Daemon. Let us replace them. Lord Lannister.
The treasury is well in hand. The gold will be divided.
Yes, you're going to say shit. Come on, babe.
Let ravens be
These
sent
two
to our
are
allies,
icons.
Riverrun and Highgarden.
Am I to understand that members of the small council have been planning secretly to install my son without me?
I have known Viserys longer than any who sit at this table.
Yes, sir.
And I will not believe that he said this.
No.
On his deathbed,
Because he
alone with only the
friggin' didn't.
boy's mother as a witness. By all accounts.
You can get out the fucking background, you bastard. We don't want to see your face, you little prick. Get out me face. I don't. Just this shadow makes me feel sick.
But I will have no part.
Down!
Are you taking the fucking piss? This guy. Can we just all murder him? To me, he's the most hated character that I've ever met. in any form of Game of Thrones ever. Like, I would take Ramsay over this bastard.
Has it come to this?
Lord Commander, enough.
I hate everybody. I really hate everybody.
Let us have Lord Beesbury removed.
No.
All right, Jeffrey Dahmer over here. Gonna leave him the dead body while you all stare at it.
The king wouldn't wish for any
But the king did
unsavory-
not wish for the murder of his daughter. He loved her. I will not have you deny this.
Okay, at least Alison's been like this. Like, I just wish that she kind of didn't. I wish, like, he'd heard it rather than her, do you know what I mean? And then Alison just assumed and didn't know.
What do you suggest?
This
I
is...
recognize no authority but the king.
Yes, come on. This is our next Sir
tell
Barristan
there is
Selmy.
one.
We love this.
I have no place here.
Your father.
There is a beast beneath the boards.
Oh, my dearest love.
Who is she referring to with that?
Take no one else but your brother. And remove your white cloaks. None can know who you are or what you seek. Including the queen.
My lord.
So is...
Bring him to me and me alone, Sir Eric.
Oh, Rhaenys, go. Is she in the castle? Did she stay? Bitch, you better get the fuck out of there right now.
What is the meaning of this?
Prince Aegon's not to be found in the castle.
I just don't want any scenes with this
Your
man.
father has sent Sir Eric into the city to find him.
Aemond, if anything has happened,
Cole needs me, Mother. Sir Eric isn't the only one who knows Aegon's doings. To ensure I was as educated...
I mean, I think the bloody eye patch is going to give it away. Better you not got sunglasses. Did he have sunglasses?
At least that's what I understood him to mean.
Who are these icons that are stay standing?
Housefell keeps its sworn oath to the princess.
Yes, Housefell, we love you. Can you please be like a secret guy who like just says that,
Long live the king.
but actually helps her? Do you know, I actually haven't been this angry since season 8, episode 4 of Game of Thrones, when everyone started, you know, when the downfall of the Daenerys story arc began. Everyone started going against her. I mean, that was my true, like, I'd never been angry, but this is like, you know, really close.
Prince Aegon spends many a night in this place. Do you see now what he is?
Yeah,
You've not seen everything.
a monster. Oh, that's his
One of many, I wager.
Yeah. I forgot he has quite a few. Well, I hope this guy gets out. I can't even remember who he is. I bet someone's going to call him on the... Oh,
He was fleeing from the gate.
gone these 6 long years to fight a desperate battle. returning
Baylor.
grievously,
You've got Baylor and
but
Rhaena and their
mortal
Damon's kids. So
leaving the Lady of Driftmark to chart her course alone.
The word of my house is not fickle. My dragon.
If we are overmatched, Rhaenyra will be tempted to strike us and war will ensue. Without your dragon, she may be persuaded to negotiate.
oh my god, I hope we see... I really need Rhaenys
If it's
on a dragon in
Driftmark
this
you want,
episode.
you shall have it. For you and your granddaughters to pass on as you see fit.
You desire not to be free, but to make a window in the wall of your prison. Have you never imagined yourself on the Iron Throne?
She's like, hey.
My condolences on the passing of your king.
Ah, she knows. She's like, yeah. So go on. The poor monks and that are like...
Let me go!
He's rolling a joint. Ooh.
Well played.
None of this is a game.
And yet you treat it as one. Whatever our differences, our hearts remain as one.
Our hearts were never one. I see that now. Rather, I'm
And that's cool,
that
though.
you moved about the board.
If that is true, then I made you Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
At what
Would
cost?
you decide it otherwise?
How could I know?
Used to be like Talia was. She got a tattoo. Has he got a foot fetish? Like, what's he looking at her feet for? Oh, he's actually got a foot fetish.
Spiders.
She actually got a foot fetish. This is insane. What a random thing.
Talia.
There are more like her.
I am so confused by this random ass foot fetish. I mean, that's a really random thing to put in the show. And I really don't think it was in the book. I think I would have remembered that detail, but maybe I didn't.
With me, Princess. I cannot let this treachery stand.
Oh my god, Aegon. Damn. Oh. Bloody hell, Balerion. Everyone should bow when they go past his skull. Balerion's like, there's none of this in my day. We just burnt everybody. Do you know one thing I've got to say is that the CGI in this season's been atrocious.
If I could get to the dragon pit, then...
But like, I mean, the vampires, the dragons have looked good, but the rest of it looks a bit.
No, come.
I do like that crown now. Can somebody make me that crown?
He changed his mind.
He didn't. No. I love that. Like, but I didn't.
Could have, but he never did.
Yeah. Like,
Because he didn't like me.
even he knows that.
And yet, with his final breath, he whispered to me that you should take his place on the throne.
I'm sorry. The fact that that ends up in Arya's hands is the worst, just
Do not toy with me.
possible thing ever. It's so embarrassing. Oh, it's looking busy in there.
People of King's Landing! He whispered his final wish that his firstborn son, Aegon, should succeed him. A new day for our realm. A new king.
God, the music. This is so good, though. Oh, God. I can't believe we're finally here.
May
She's
the
like,
warrior
can I just
give him courage.
get a good train in here if you don't mind.
The crown of the conqueror, passed down through generations.
That's Aegon's crown. Like, no offense to this Aegon, but like, that's a fucking special crown. Yeah, I'd be like, taking the piss. He's getting that crown.
Let the seven bear witness. Aegon Targaryen is the true heir to the Iron Throne.
King of the Andals and the Rhaenys and the First Men.
Well, let me tell you,
Lord of the Seven Kingdoms.
things are about to get
Protector
juicy.
of the realm.
I mean, do you know what would be amazing? You better work, Queen. She really was the queen. She should have been the queen. She is to me the queen. She looks so good. Oh God! Ever since I read the book, I've dreamt of seeing Rhaenys on her dragon, and this hasn't disappointed. Obviously she's not going to do it, but it would have been iconic if she did. She's just exerting her power. Yes, I hear the remnants of Dany's theme. Oh, girl, you better fly, Queen. Just remember, that she let you live. Okay, guys, wow, what an episode. This was so good. You know, this episode was the perfect episode 9, because what it did is it really let us have all those conversations that we needed to have, and it was really just an episode to reflect and kind of think, oh my god, this is happening. You know, it was a plotting episode, and it was done so well. You know, sometimes you can think, oh, you know, is this episode a bit boring? To me, you know, there may have been sometime at a point I was like, oh god, they've been looking for Aegon for a very long time. But you know, all the conversations that were happening throughout this episode were just like fantastic. You know, Alison's character is very interesting to me because I never know where to stand with her. I mean, I'm always Team Black, but you know, she's kind of trying to find this middle group. But like, it's like, girl, you were the one who kind of started all this, because you know, if she hadn't turned up that night, we would never have known. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then things would have been different, because like your son doesn't really want to rule, and you didn't really want him to rule. So I'm intrigued to see what happens next. I believe that was her last episode in this season. Obviously, I don't think she's going to be in the next episode. I saw something on Twitter that said that episode 9 was going to be Olivia Cook's last episode this season. So I assume, I mean, the last episode is called The Black Queen, so I'm assuming we're going to be spending a lot of time with Rhaenyra and Daemon and that side of the family, because obviously we spent a lot of time with the Greens in this one. So I think it'd be really cool, you know, if the episode starts with Rhaenys turning up on Dragonstone being like, we need to talk. Rhaenys was fantastic in this episode. I always forget the actress's name, but I think she's fantastic. And Rhaenys was one of my favorite characters in the book. So to be able to see her come to life like this and be played so well is fantastic. And I said earlier, just then, you know, when I read the book, I was so excited to see Rhaenys on her dragon. And so to see that in this episode was pretty spectacular for me. I was like, oh my god. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of the last episode and to see her continue on through the seasons. I love just, again, all of the plotting in this episode, all of the questioning, and all of it was just so well done. The music, again, fantastic, and that last scene, brilliant. You know, I will say, I still do think that some of the CGI is a little bit weak. Like those rocks coming up, I was like, okay, that's not great. But as I say, I mean, it made it better because we saw Rhaenys with her fantastic dragon, so it was all worth it in the end. But yeah, I mean, not much else to say really. I really enjoyed the episode, and I'm looking forward to the last one. I can't believe it's the last one already. This has gone so fast. And it's getting so good. I'm like, I can't believe we're finally at this point now where Aegon's been named king. I was like, Jesus, when we look at episode 1, I was like, this feels like it's going to be a long way. Not like in a bad way. I was like really excited to see everything lead up. But this is, you know, this is the moment it's going to get exciting. And I think the next episode is going to be a very big episode for some people, some characters. I think it's going to be their last episode. But I'm really looking forward to seeing it and seeing what happens. So okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All my social media will be in the description box below. And yeah, until next time. See ya.